Hi, does that work? Are you guys seeing this landscape? Is this correct? Because if it's not, I'm done for the day. Oh, yay. I think I got it to work. Oh, goodness. That was so bizarre. I couldn't get my phone to go landscape. I kept going portrait, and it wouldn't, like, come out. And I didn't have it, and it wasn't set that way. It was just weird. Oh, well. Good morning. Okay, so we were talking. This is my art journal. Now my camera mount's being done. Here we go. Okay, so this is my art journal. I've got all kinds of fun stuff in here. Some drawings. I was just trying out some different medium. It's a painting. I did that freehand with a marker. So it's not like the greatest, but I'm still learning. Oh, thanks. This is pretty, really? Okay. This, I was just playing around with the paper cutter. No, I don't do every single page because if I did this page, it's really wet and I want to do another page. I can't just turn the page and work on it. I have to put a page between. This is cleaning up a brush. It's nothing. I'll paint over it and you won't even know it's there. Just playing around. See, there's paper tape that I use to keep my journals from falling apart. So this is how it starts. Like I did this, I don't know, maybe a year ago. And then when I feel like playing around again, I might just draw on it or stamp on it or something. There's one that's completed. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. All you can do is stick figures. Nah, you can do more than stick figures. You love this. I love it too. Thank you so much. This was actually, this picture right here, not this part and not this part, but this girl was actually an adult coloring book that I cut out. Right? I love it. And so this was a piece of an adult coloring book that I'd cut out. And I just glued it in, and then, well, I had the background done already. And then I put stamps and then colored it in. That was pretty much it. So you can see I was like playing around with a different color to see how it worked. And I cleaned up a stamp, stencil. Here's another one that's finished. So I did the background, and then these are transfers. Like you put it down on the paper and then you scratch at it with like a popsicle stick and it leaves the imprint. They're called transfers or rub-ons maybe? Not really. This is not my artwork. It's not like I drew these. They're almost like stickers, but I don't know, kind of like, does anyone know what I'm talking about? They're kind of, I want to say journal tattoos. Kind of how like when you put when kids put a temporary tattoo on you, you stick it down and then you put water on it and then you pull the paper back. It's kind of how it is, this. It's on a sheet and you rub it off and then does that make sense? I don't know. All right, yeah, so, you know, the background was done with the stencil and some paint. It's not like it takes a whole lot of effort. That's what I was saying the other night, or last night when, is Mimi here? Yeah, Mimi is here. Hi, Mimi. Yes, they had bubble gum, tattoo bubble gum like that. Yes. I don't remember what I was talking about. So yeah, last night when Mimi was saying she wanted to throw away her old planner because it didn't have anything in it, this is what you could do with it if you wanted to. I'll show you how. It's really easy. And it's fun and you can't mess up. Hi, Michelle. Yes, we're back. I finally got it to work. This, and you're not going to believe it because it doesn't come up on camera very easily, but this is painted. So this is what the page looks like in this journal. It looks like this. This is painted black. I have some really amazing journal paint that dries like like it's not painted. It's amazing. Like it doesn't show up on camera, but it is really cool. Here's another finished one. It looks thick, really? It's not. It's just paper, like maybe a little bit thicker than like computer paper, but it's like paper, like cards, like really thin cardstock. The black page, nope, it's paint. So it's so weird. I know people, if you were to like touch it, it seems like it's black construction paper. It doesn't look like it's painted. Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. This is just a mess. I was trying out a stamp. And that one is black paint again. Which one, Michelle? Which one do you love? The bird? Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I just had gotten my first white pen, and so I wanted to try it out. You like this one? Yeah, it has a lot of different stuff in it. Like there's a stamp, and if you look behind it, there's some painting that I did behind. It's just layers of stuff, so it's kind of hard to see on camera. Well, it's kind of a process. How long does it take to do is the question. It's kind of a process. So there'll be days where I feel like playing around in my art journal, and I'll make a ton of backgrounds, and I'll show you backgrounds. Like, ugh, this is terrible. So the backgrounds are just it's like this one's half finished. The backgrounds, let me see if I can find one that's just background. 1 second. Oh man, this journal's almost full. Okay, here. So this is just a background. So, and I did this probably a year ago. One day I'll wake up and I'll be like, okay, I want to play around with my art journal, and I'll do a bunch of backgrounds. I'll do like a whole bunch. Like that. And then I'll go back and put something on them. I'll go back and do the doodling around the edges. And then it'll be 6 months and I'll pick it up again and I'll do the circles or something else. Or I'll stamp some words in the center, like how it is right here, like the newsprint. Or, you know, so it takes a while. Like it's not like I'm sitting and, I mean, I guess I could just sit and do one page until it was finished. But I don't work that way because I got other things going on. And when I'm doing something, I usually have 4 or 5 journals like laying around. And I'm like, I'll spray this one and push it aside and then spray another one and then turn this one and do a different color. So it's like I'm doing a bunch of things at once. And that's really hard to pick up on camera. Yeah, I'm always creating new stuff and working on old stuff. Exactly. That's exactly it. And so, like, if let's say, okay, so the bird, where's the bird? This bird one, you're going to laugh, but I did this in the car on the way home from Idaho. We went to Idaho to visit some family, and on the way home, I always bring some art supplies with me, or some kind. And on the way home, so the background was already here, like the blue and yellow and green was already here. So all that I did in the car was I added the stamps and I colored around it with the white pen and I stuck the bird on. The bird was already pre-colored from an adult coloring book. And then I just glued it on and then went around it with the white pen. So it seems, and then added some stamps. So it seems like, wow, you did that in the car, but it wasn't really a lot of intensive work because the background was already here. Does that make sense? So do you guys want to learn how to do this? Let's finish this really quick and then we'll go on to something else. So this one I kind of cut apart because I was going to stick something in it, like do like, I don't know. I was just playing around. I didn't finish this page. And there's the drawing. I was learning how to do noses. It's terrible. This was in the car on a field trip with my daughter's class. We were in one of those big buses going from, it was like an hour and a half drive, and I got bored, and so I just traced my coffee cup a million times, and then I started coloring in the, doodling in the lines. You like this one, V? Yeah, I have another one in another journal that I actually colored in. I'll have to show it to you. It's really cool. You know what? When I'm in the middle of a journaling session, oh yeah, I have crap everywhere. Just everywhere. This one's really fun. Did the galaxy. Oh yeah, it's everywhere. It is everywhere. I usually have to cover the whole table in paper so it doesn't get like on the carpet and stuff. So this one's really fun. My stamp girl. I don't know, I love that bright colors. You want circles in your planner? Yeah, it's called Zen doodling. You should really like Google search it. I can put some links down in the details. It's something I just got into because it's so super relaxing. You can actually Pinterest Zen doodling, and these aren't stamps. I drew these. Or are you talking about the girl, Michelle? Oh, there's a trick to it at stamps if you're talking about an actual stamp. I can show you. Well, we could do some. Oh, yeah. You guys are so nice. Thank you. Yeah, Zen doodling. You want to do the stamps. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yes, you can. Don't say you can't draw, Mimi. You can draw. Everyone can draw. That's the thing with an art journal, is that I'm sharing it with you, but like not every journal you have is shared with anybody. So, you can mess up. I mean, I've got pages that are terrible. Like that is horrible. She looks like she's melting. So, just it's kind of your own thing. You don't have to show it to anybody. It's just something. This stamp? Is this the one you were talking about, Michelle? You're going to laugh. This is 3 different stamps that I cut and put together. So her head is one stamp, her body is one stamp, and her feet are another stamp. I get sick of my stamps because, a stamp is only going to stamp the same image over and over again. And so this is on, like, you can't see it, but this is on paper. So I stamped it on a different kind of paper and then glued it to this page. So you just stamp the part that you want. So if I just wanted the head of a stamp, I would only put ink on the head and then stamp it down, and only the head's going to show up. And then I only wanted the body, so I put the body as close to the head as I could and stamped it down. And I only wanted the feet, and like the same idea. And then you have an image that you created that's kind of, it's a stamp, but it's your own stamp without having to buy new ones or make your own stamps. Does that make sense? So, yeah, so it's fun. And I love the bright colors of this one. This is one of my favorite pages. And this is waiting for some sort of design element. I'm not done. I got to do the edges on this side. Stamp 101. We'll have to do it. This is just blank. I got bored one day and just started doodling the arrows. I don't know. I love this background though. The blue and pink is just so pretty together. So this is the other half of the page we just looked at. So when I did this page, see this edge that's missing? I sprayed the whole page, and then I cut that part out, and I put it over here. And this is just playing with stencils. Thanks, Michelle. These are none of my own ideas. These are all stolen from another artist that's on YouTube. So this is just my version of it. I love the bright colors with black on top. It makes the bright colors brighter. I don't know. This one was just the background. Yeah. Oh, that's not true. My board and produces pretty paper, and yours ends up with some part of your house broken up by DIY. No, you'll be fine. I promise. You just have to be able to, I don't know. I make messes, and they just turn out pretty. And you just have to continue trying to make messes. I don't know. That's how it works, really. I mean, when I'm doing this, you should ask my family on another kind of live. But, yeah, I've got rolls of paper towels everywhere and cups of water, and it's a mess. But it's a mess that's productive, because at some point I feel better. Does that make sense? So it doesn't really matter that I'm making a mess. So there's another one. Yeah, it's very much emotionally. It's very much emotional. I feel like I have to make something in order to change the way I'm feeling at the time. And so, and planners help. It's like a daily bit of creating. But this is what really does it for me. So, yep. It's just a stencil on top of spray. More stencils. This is a different kind of medium. These are like waxy watercolor crayons. More spray inks. Blank pages. I think I'm at the end. Oh, there's one more. Two more. I think the rest is just blank. Yeah, this journal's pretty much done, because you can see it starts to rip. See how right in there, I don't know, is that focusing? When the pages get really wet, paper expands, and so you end up with the book kind of breaking. So I can't really do much more in this book. I mean, I'll probably finish the pages that aren't done, but I can't really do, the blank pages are actually holding the book together. See how bad it is right here? So I can't really, you can see it on this side. See how it's coming apart? Oh, yeah, how did I get into this? Oh, gosh, I don't remember. I don't know, I've always kind of drawn, and I've always been the kid that doodles on the sides of their paper. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could make a new one out of Happy Planner pages. And the rings, that's a great idea, actually. The only thing is that the Happy Planner pages are paper. And so they won't hold a lot of paint. It won't hold a lot of water before it starts breaking down. So in this one, it's craft paper, so it can stand up a little bit better than the paper in the planner. Does that make sense? You don't need thick paper. Cardstock would work. My favorite, let me show you a different journal. This is one of my art journals. This is my cover. This one, I made my own paper. So this is, because you just buy the book blank or empty. To my girls. And so you buy this empty, and then you just add kind of like a traveler's notebook. You just add your own paper. So this is watercolor paper. That's a color swatch. Yeah, kind of like a traveler's notebook, exactly. So this is my own paper. So this is thick watercolor paper that I just cut to fit the book. You can find this stuff at Michael's, like this particular brand. This is the Jane Davenport brand. It's over in the stamp section, and they have some amazing stuff, and it's relatively cheap. I think the most expensive thing is $12. And like the cheapest, I mean, the most expensive journals. The paints are a little bit more expensive, but you don't have to use like high quality paint to do what I do. You can use cheap paint, Walmart 50-cent craft paint. But yeah, I was like playing around with some color pencils, blending. And then they have pockets that you put in. This is actually for washi tape. I don't know if you can see it. There's cutouts right here, and you just wrap the washi tape around the plastic. See, it says Washi Addict on it. But I don't have any in this book because I don't use that for this. So this is like brand new. I just put in a bunch of paper, so it's pretty empty. But I did that one. Yeah, so if I got some watercolor paper, I could punch it for sure and put it in a happy planner. Some more pockets. There is a page in here that's done, and some of you've seen this. I posted it on another group. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. It has glitter in it. Anyway. Yeah, me too. Mimi, were you talking about this page or were you talking about this page? The flowers, this one? Yeah. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's sparkly. Let me see if I can. The light in here is not good. You like the other one? This one? Alright, so I'm going to tell you a secret. This is a stamp. This is a stencil. And then I drew everything else around it. So this is a stencil. This part is a stamp. And then I drew everything else. So I used a pen that bleeds on purpose to make it look like paint. We're always so trying to find pens that don't smear and don't bleed and don't move. We want, when we write something in our planner, we want it to stay exactly where we put it. But in art journaling, movement and fluid, liquidy stuff is better. You want it to blend and you want it to smear. Like this right here, if that was in my planner, I'd be freaking out. But in here, it's supposed to be messy. So, I don't know. What else do you guys want to see now that I got my camera fixed? What else do you want to see, guys? Tell me. My nails. Oh, okay. Well, let's go against white so you can see. My thumbs. Oh, thanks, Paper and Pen Girl. I'm still trying to learn and remember all your real names. So yeah, my nail girl did good this time. And this is like army green. Originally I wanted to do brown glitter, but I didn't want it to look like camo. So anyway, what else do you want to look at? I have one more journal. If you want, it's only got a couple pages in it, and it's faces. I'm taking a class on how to draw faces. I love my nails too. Thanks, Michelle. I'm afraid to do them any longer. Some of you guys have like the big pointy like coffin nails. Oh, it scares me. Let me go grab my other journal so you can see. My other stuff. So this journal, I haven't had it for very long, and I only use it for this class I'm taking. I have to make the camera bigger. Okay. I only use it for drawing faces. So here's one. Bye. We'll see you later. All right, baby. So there's one. And then I skip it. This paper doesn't hold up a lot either, so I have to like be very careful with it. There's another one. This one's on separate paper. And then I've only got, I think, 2 more in here. I don't know, can you guys see okay? And on this one, I drew her, and I needed something for this blank page. I didn't know what to do. So I took a white paint pen, and I just started writing like I would out of my journal, like I would in a journal. And it was funny because when you're writing on white paper with a white pen, you can't really see it. So once that completely dried, then I washed over it with paint, and then you could see it. And it's just my own scribble writing. I didn't like try to write nice. And it's supposed to be there so that you couldn't, and I even like continued the sentence like behind her head. And it's supposed to be so you can't really read it, but you know that it's there. And maybe you can get a couple of words. I don't know. I love this page. I still want to put something on this side. I just don't know what yet. Do you draw and sell items? I would love to have a drawing in my office. Oh man, I would totally draw something for you, paint something for you. Oh, thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. You're so encouraging. I think this is the last one in here. Oh no, there's one more. I have to skip pages for drawing, so I have to like flip through it till I can find. You want something bewitching. Oh, well, I'll try. So there's a sketch that I started. It's pencil, so I don't know if you can see it. There's the last one. I don't know how much TV you guys watch, but I was really into this TV show. It's really dumb. It's a kid show called Pretty Little Liars. It's like a ABC Family show. And I got really obsessed with one of the characters, and she was showing up in my dreams. I was binge watching, so I was watching like 5, 6, 7 episodes. Yeah, it's cute. I mean, it's definitely a kid show, but there's enough mystery to it where I wanted to finish watching it. Yeah, Netflix. And one of the characters got into my brain, and I was dreaming about her and like everything. So she kind of looks like one of the characters. But yeah, I think this is the last one. And I've got one more journal. And this one is a cheapy $6 Walmart journal. Let me move this out of the way. This is just a mixed media journal. Let me see. I think, yeah. So this is just a corner of a book that someone left out in the rain, one of my kids, and it puffed up and the binding got broken, so we had to get rid of it. But I took it apart and I kept some of the pages. So this was supposed to be like the corner of a book, and it had the chapter number and then the chapter title. But I thought it was neat, and it says a hiding place, so I thought it was cool. But this is all just different medium string gel that I put together. This is another page of a book. I thought this was a good cover. Can you guys see? Is there enough light? Like, I feel like you can't see. So this paper is just very thin, and so there's a lot of drying time between adding the layers, and this is just cut out paper on top of paper. More stuff that, just trying things out. I think this is one of my first journals, so there's a lot of like messy work. There's that one, the Zen Doodles. This is one of my son's drawings, and he was going to throw it away, and so I snatched it, and I added it to a background that I already had. Yeah, it says, you would think with all your multiple personalities, at least one of them would be likable. This is another one of my son's drawings, and I put a gel matte medium on it. I don't know if you can see. The light in here is terrible. I know, right? It's the cutest saying. They're stamps by Dilutions. They're in the stamp aisle at Michael's. I don't know if that helped at all, but I turned the light on. The sun is coming up through the window weird. Kind of, huh? I don't know where my son was going with this drawing, but this was his drawing that I took apart. He was going to throw it away. I saw a bunch of crumpled up paper on his floor, and he's like, you can throw all that away. And then when I looked at it, it was drawings. I was like, no, we're not throwing those away. And I put gel matte medium over it, so it's kind of got like a glossy, I don't know if you can see, kind of glossy. The light in here is so bad. Okay. I'm getting like shadows and stuff. So this is a sketch of a mermaid, and then somebody drew all over it. One of my kids picked up this book and started drawing on it. So this is called a line drawing, where you just draw a line throughout the page, and then wherever it loops, it makes your sections to do Zen doodling. This is when I was just starting out in art journaling, and I was trying to like get used to making patterns, and Pinterest was a huge help for that, like trying to find different patterns to draw. This is another one that I started and never finished with the squares. This one says, enjoy the little things in life, for one day you'll look back and realize they were the big things. I didn't read the quote on the other page. It says, I don't like morning people or mornings or people. And I thought that was a total typical teenager sentiment, so it's perfect. This is my son's drawing of a pigeon. I don't know, he's obsessed with pigeons, my 17-year-old. He thinks they're the coolest thing and that they must have a secret life and all of this. He has this theory about pigeons. And so he draws this pigeon everywhere. And so I added some color and I put it in a page. Yeah. And this one's empty after that. It's just blank paper. Like, it's one that I started and then my kids started drawing in it, and now I feel like I should just continue it with my kids' drawings. I don't know. Yeah, you know, it's weird. It's a weird thing. You're right about the pigeon thing and my son. I actually took the same drawing and I blew it up really big and I put it on a canvas, and it's hanging in his room. I blew it up and I made it like, I don't know, 10 by, like 11.5 by 13, like the size of a piece of paper, and I put it on a big canvas, and he has it hanging in his room. I'll have to take a picture of it and post it. But yeah, so this is pretty much all my journals. I don't know. Do you guys want to hang out? I'm losing people. I only got 2 people left in the room. So, if you guys, we can do another. If you guys want to, I can do a walkthrough of these. Like actually do a page with you, so you can see how it works. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my 2 most important people are here, so I guess that's cool. Super cool. Oh, 3 people. Yay. So, my 3 favorite people. So I can just take the phone off the mount now and just like show you my morning face. You guys are all up and been up for a while. I've been up for like an hour. I do love you guys. You're my favorites. I don't know. What do you want to do? You've been up for 4 hours? Oh, not me. My husband had a volleyball game last night, and then we went and had sushi bowls, and we didn't get home till kind of late. His game was over at, I don't know, it started at 9:30, so it was after 10. I was tired. Oh, look at you, meditation in the garden. Gosh, I don't have time for that. I meditate at night, and then I fall asleep. Right? I am super tired. Yeah, you have to do it before the kids get up. That's true. Or you do it after they go to sleep. It's very true. I don't know. What else do you guys want to see? Do you want to see my paints? What do you want to do? I've got another 10 minutes before I have to sign off. I have a good app, Michelle. It's called Headspace. The free one is good. The paid one is like super pricey. Oh man, show us my painting. Well, it's downstairs in my son's room. You want to see my paints? I have my son's still sleeping, otherwise he'd be mad if I busted in his room right now. But I can show you my paint. I don't know, you guys, I did a workspace walkthrough on a video. I don't know, what do you want to see? You want to see my teeny tiny washi tape collection? Compared to the one we saw last night, I think everyone's collection is small. Alright, let's look at washi. I'm going to take you off the mount, so it's going to be shaky for a minute. Alright. There's my art supplies, all my stuff. There's my ink. And that's my journaling paint in the thing up there. And there's my washi. So there's that row. And this row of washi. I have to be organized because when I'm in the middle of painting and I got water cups and paper towels everywhere and spray and my arms are pink and I got all this stuff going on, if I don't know what I'm looking for is, it breaks up my flow, so I have to know where everything is. Yeah, I'm kind of an organized person. This is pretty much all of my washi. There's that one that we were talking about, that one from Joann's, and that one is another one. All of my markers and pens. Which one? The gold one? The boho one? Yeah, that one's one of my favorites. And this one, I couldn't help it, but I don't have a lot of silver. Like, I don't have a lot of silver foil. And that boho Deep Tones has some silver foil pages. So I wanted to have some silver foil. And then I've got more washi over here. There's all my stickers. All of my stickers. Oh, Michelle, you know how we were talking the other day about after you posted your video about gift giving and what to get a planner girl that has everything, and you said more? There are things I don't have. I just figured it out. I don't have the punches, the classic and big size punches. So here's some more tape. Those are all the planner girl ones. And this one doesn't have tape in it. And then this one has all of those. That's another thing I'm missing. I don't have the pink red set. And I have that punch. But I don't have the box punches. The ones for memory keeping. There's more art supplies. Stamps. Down there is more stamps. Those are the ones I use the most. I don't know. All my art supplies. It's kind of boring. You need a collection. A collection of what? So yeah, I've got too much stuff. I got more washi in here too, I think. More washi. That's all Halloween washi. These don't really stick very well. It sticks to each other, but it doesn't really stick to paper. And then those are paper tape and ribbon tape. Oh, I've been planning for a long time. You want to see the bottles, Mimi? These ones? You guys need to go in the other aisles at Michael's. Not just the planner aisle. Yeah, these are ink. And they're scented, like those sketch markers that we used to have when we were in school. The Mr. Sketch pens, like the brown one was chocolate and the black one was licorice. Remember those pens? These are ink that smell. And I put them in these kinds of brushes. So this is an empty one. And you put the ink in here. And there's a brush. See the brush? And it looks, me too, I used to sniff those too, absolutely. So this is what it looks like when it's full. See? So those are like these are refillable. Oh, I loved those. Sniffing those Mr. Sketch pens was so fun. That's like a huge chunk of my childhood. Walking around with brown around your nose because you're sniffing the chocolate one all day. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's switch to a different format so we can just chit-chat now because this video is getting long and anyone who watches the playback is going to be very confused. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you again soon. Bye.